at what point did you start getting involved in the booking side?
Once I was an assistant, I worked with a guy called Paul Buck, who's still here at CODA. He represents the vaccines, Savages, everything, Timber Timber, Daughter. He's got a great roster, and I was his assistant. That was the job that came up while I was an intern. So I started working for him, and like any agent, you've got the bands that take more of your time and the bands that don't, or the bands that need more of your time and the bands that, kind of are sorting themselves out, writing, that sort of thing. So immediately your roster is what's actually taking up your time is smaller. But then also, there's different value to how much time and you put into a particular act. Obviously, new acts need a lot of time.
Yeah.
But you're not always going to see the financial rewards maybe this calendar year of the stuff you're putting in. But as a result, a lot of those sorts of things, if you're just booking a tour of 200 cap venues around the country, it doesn't necessarily need a senior agent to be on top of that every stage of that process, where you could be doing something more strategic, sat in a meeting somewhere else.
Yeah.
So the first time I got involved with booking was booking for smaller bands. I mean, I probably booked pretty much the same tour, probably 5 or 6 times, for fairly new guitar bands who Paul had taken on. They were doing their first headline tour, and it was a case of getting them around the country into good venues with good promoters. But the mechanics of that from our side are fairly straightforward. Yeah. So that's the sort of thing a newbie assistant can be entrusted with, as long as you're reliable, relatively soon. So I got into that probably within 6 months or so. Was very proud to see my first routed tour go on sale. I don't think anybody died. I think a lot of them were sellouts. So,
always helps.
yeah, that was the main objective of the tour. No deaths.
It's always that sort of period of investment in new artists, isn't it? Of just getting the name about, and I guess it's the same with whether it's labels or booking agents. It's balanced in the big heavy hitters who are going to sell out, massive venues, and then offsetting that with the newbies coming through
very
and
much
everything. So.